going on, man? It's TRILLPILL. I'm pretty sure that we all watched the fight. If you haven't, you seen the highlights, man. And I took something from the fight. Got up this morning, got to doing my normal routine, shit of that nature. And I got to thinking about that, damn, you know, so I want to be able to capture a moment, capture thoughts that I had about this right now before it slips away, because you know how fast everything goes, you know, nowadays. But resiliency, the art of resiliency. You know, I'm gonna also go through a couple of personal experiences on when I had to show a tremendous amount of resiliency, you know, and the art of resilience in regards to mental health. It refers to the ability to adapt, cope, and recover in the face of adversity, trauma, or significant stresses, right? And that can also affect one's emotional well-being. And resilience is not just a passive trait, but rather a skill that can be developed and strengthened over time. You know what I'm saying? It also involves cultivating certain attitudes, behaviors, and coping mechanisms that help the individual navigate life challenges while maintaining a good mental health. And you know, right now, man, our champ, you know, our champ is not our champ no more. You know what I'm saying? He's very much still a champion in my eyes, because you take one loss don't mean you just lost everything, but it was in a devastating fashion. And I'm pretty sure that the whole world is waiting to see how he is going to bounce back. You know what I'm saying? How is he going to bounce back? As you see, he had all 3 straps. Now he don't got no straps on. You know what I'm saying? And he's beaten, bloodied, and battered. So how is he going to show resilience on his chase to get his shit back? You know? We'll talk about that a little bit too. In the meantime, got a little track I'm gonna bring you into. One of my good partners and one of my brothers, man, Young Boss Crook. Yeah, make sure I go follow him on all streaming platforms. And also, I'm gonna drop the link to a podcast interview, excuse me, that he just did with the compadres out west. You know what I'm saying? So he out there doing this thing out west. I'm gonna go ahead and drop you in with this new visual on the side. And y'all stay tuned, man. We're gonna be here for a long time. But we're gonna be here for a good time. You know what I'm saying? And while you at it, hit that like button, hit that share button, and that subscribe button. You know what I'm saying? All the other shit, man. I'm talk to y'all in a minute, man. Young Boss Crook, wrong side.
Cross me, that's your ass, nigga, right? You lost me when you switched, they chose the wrong side. I know them bitches said they should've chose me. Evil Knievel, now I'm starting on the old me. Fly nigga, nosebleed, grinding no Z, solo dolo, no T. Nigga, no need, do it for the proceeds and some groceries. Bad bitch on my woody little buck beef. All I give her is the D, like a gold key. Don't be switching up on me, then trying to broke me. No, I don't know these niggas, please no entourage. I keep them at a distance, nigga. Early mornings, long nights. I'm just out here trying to get it, making wrongs right. Stay in my lane, expect this change and live a long life. I lost some friends, it ain't no love, they chose the wrong side. They chose the wrong side. Early mornings, long nights. I'm just out here trying to get it, making wrongs right. Stay in my lane, expect this change and live a long life. I lost some friends, it ain't no love, they chose the wrong side. They chose the wrong side. On my side, the grass is greener. They maggots, I don't need them. That fashion can't compute it. Had to all control the needle. So I see deep freezer, streets go evil, eat them. No breathers, no seas, like sea. Bitch on the ball, I break the call. Now it ain't nothing I can't do. I took my lungs right on the chin, no lie, young boss had to stand true. My old friends say, bro, acting brand new. Now I'm lost in like Captain Gantu. Got nothing to my mind, so the bad too. Came up straight out the dirt like a sand dune. Boss, they really gon' hate me now. I'm just doing my best to make mama proud. Solo dolo, I lead, I don't follow crowds. Moving silence, but pass, I blow hella loud. I'm jumping in sauce like I fell in the ocean. My haters don't talk, but that's free promotion. I'm making moves, that's all commotion. I'm about to blow, now that's an explosion. I put my state on my neck so you know where I'm from. When it come to a fuck, I ain't giving them none. Hungry as fuck, I ain't even a crumb. Bitch, tell me like, baby, I'm leaving them stunned. Stop telling hoes we bros when you switched on me. You chose the wrong side, we play for 30 mornings, long nights. I'm just out here trying to get it, making wrongs right. Stay in my lane and stack this change and live a long life. I lost some friends, it ain't no love, they chose the wrong side. They chose the wrong side. Early mornings, long nights. I'm just out here trying to get it, making wrongs right. Stay in my lane and stack this change and live a long life. I lost some friends, it ain't no love, they chose the wrong side. They chose the wrong side.
Yeah, man, that was my bro. You know what I'm saying? Young boss crook. You know what I'm saying? Straight out the crooked out, man. Out there in Cali, doing big business out there and doing his thing. You gotta make sure y'all tune in to him. Y'all subscribe to him. Also, go check out the clothing line, Sauce Factory. You know what I'm saying? SOS Factory Clothing on IG, Young Boss Crook on all social. So, resiliency, right? I got a few points that I do want to make, but before I get to that, man, I want to get a little personal, you know what I'm saying, a little personal right now. I like to kind of bring these things home, right? Matter of fact, let me cut the news together. Hold on. So, 2012, my mother passed away. I was in the middle of college at Langston University. She passed away on her birthday. She passed away February the 10th, 2012, on her birthday. It's her birthday also. And I quickly found out how real shit was. You know what I'm saying? Mind you, I was still young. I was 22 years old. I was a young father. My daughter was roughly 3, maybe 3. I think in 2.5, somewhere 3. And it was so difficult to deal with that time, right? And I just remember my ride back. You know, it's my big bro Sean had to take me back to school. And I had midterms that next week, and the shit was a wreck, man. I ended up bombing the whole fucking latter half of the semester, man. I just was fucked off, you know what I'm saying? Like my whole mental was, I just was not there at all. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was in the zone, but I wasn't in the right zone. I was on that. I was, drinking a lot, smoking a lot, you know what I'm saying, popping some pills, anything that can take the pain away from me thinking about how am I going to cope with losing my mother? You know what I'm saying? How do I cope with that? How the fuck do I deal with that? You know what I'm saying? The person that that birthed me, you know what I'm saying, I had to look and see her, you know what I'm saying, her body, the body that I came out of, that me and my brother came out of. Just going to the ground, like that's a different type of visual, you know what I'm saying? But after that, because life does go on, I went through a whole lot. I found out who was really there for me, who wasn't. I found out a lot about myself, good and bad. I had a lot of dark times. I had a lot of regretful decisions that I made in my life at that time. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes some things were very vague during that time. And that's where I tell people that's where the journey of the Trill Pill started. Like, it didn't just start like, oh, I got an idea. Like, that's where it started way before I even thought about making content. That's where it started, because that's part of the testimony, as you can say, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, when I do this shit, I don't do it for the glitz and glamour. I know a lot of this shit out here is very surface level, and that's fine. But for those who kind of get into a deeper bag of emotions when they deal with shit or how they think about shit, my perspectives are different from a lot of my peers. You know what I'm saying? Or how I handle shit, because I had to go through it and I had to bring myself back out of it. So I can tell you the downfall, and I can tell you, you know what I'm saying, the incline after, and how hard I have to fight to get back to ground zero. You know what I'm saying? Last night there was a fight. You know what I'm saying? Two champions, two black warriors, two kings got into a ring, you know what I'm saying, and they squabbled it out. You know what I'm saying? For the, you know, pound for pound, all type of belts going on. I don't know, the WBC, IBA, IBF, ABC, 1, 2, 3. A lot of shit was going on last night. And the guy you see on your screen right now, Earl Spence Jr., was a champion. He is no longer the champion, but he had a rough night last night. You know what I'm saying? To say the least. You know what I'm saying? He was in there getting knocked around, left, right, left. You know what I'm saying? Beaten, bloodied, and battered, as you see in this picture right here, in this thumbnail, you know? And the most important part that I really think for him is how you going to bounce back. All right, so you got your ass beat. You know what I'm saying? All right, so you got your ass beat in front of millions of people. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to be on the clip. Those clips are going nowhere. All right? Those memories, those thoughts are going nowhere. How do you prepare your mental to go forward, to still hold that same mentality of a fighter now that, you know what I'm saying, it's been shown that you are human? You know what I'm saying? I mean, everybody's human, but you know how it goes when a lot of these fighters are, you know, they want to keep that undefeated streak forever. You know what I'm saying? To try to be up there with Floyd. You know, and nothing wrong with that. It's kind of like the Miami Dolphins, 1972. Miami Dolphins went 17-0, including the Super Bowl. So even the Patriots, they had that one last game and they lost to the Giants. You know what I'm saying? So everybody is mortal. You know what I'm saying? And as I seen him in his interviews, I seen him post fight, and it seemed like he was ready to go. You know, you say he wanted to fight by the end of the year. You know what I'm saying? And that was good to see. Like, I don't really care about that. Like, don't get me wrong. You know what I'm saying? I'm a sports fan. You know what I'm saying? And I love seeing sports, and I want to see Earl Spence win and win again and get his shit back. You know what I'm saying? Because I do think that's something about, all right, now I got to go really get it back in blood. You know what I'm saying? I really got to go get it back. You know what I'm saying? But the mentality to go through something like that, and the first thing to say is, yeah, I'm ready to go. You know what I'm saying? 4 or 5 months from now, let's do it again. You know what I'm saying? He showed a tremendous amount of resiliency, because that's tough, man. Like I told you before, with my mother, it took me a long time to even get to a point to even get back to wanting to do anything. You know what I'm saying? Mind you, I was still in school. I was very much, I've always been an active father. You know, I've always been around my babies. You know what I'm saying? From cutting, I always say, from making them to bringing them to this world. I've been there for all 3 of them, cutting cords and day in and day out. You know what I'm saying? And it's just so different to try to, okay, not only how do I deal with this shit, not only how do I deal with it, I still gotta be a good father. I still have to be a good mate, because I was also engaged at that time to the mother of my children. So how do I continue to try to be a great guy? How can I continue to try to be a great father? Then when I go to school, how can I continue to become to maintain being a great student? And even out in this world, how can I be able to maintain being a great person with something that's so devastating, hurt my soul? You know what I'm saying? The shit hurt eternally, and it still hurt, and it's always gonna hurt. You know what I'm saying? And that's why things like this are important, because you're gonna really find out who you really are. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm able to do shit like this, is because I know who I am. And we're all still works of art. They are not finalized yet until we leave. You know what I'm talking about? But for the most part, I know who I am. I learned about myself. I had to look in the mirror at myself in my worst moments and deal with that. You know what I'm saying? And for some people, that's hard to do. That's why the suicide rates be up off the charts and things like that, because people don't. Some people don't know how to handle immense pain. You know what I'm saying? It's not a thing where it's like okay, you can go ahead and get over it. Like, even the people who say, okay, I'm going to go ahead and get over it, sometimes those be they hurt the most, because they're not even trying to, you know what I'm saying, to deal with it. They just pushing everything to the side, and eventually, if you keep holding everything in, you're going to explode. That's what my therapist always tells me: keep holding everything in, Khalil, you're going to explode. You need to let that out in some way, shape, fashion, or form. This trill pill shit saved my life off top. And I'm gonna go into that on another day. But I had to find the avenues to I had to find a vehicle to navigate through my life to get me back to where I had to tap in and get back into the things that made me happy, such as art, such as music, such as content creating. You know what I'm saying? Everything else, I'm not just doing it for, whatever. I'm doing this shit because it literally keeps me alive. It keeps me wanting to be out here and do something, knowing that I can create something and that it can affect one person, two people, maybe even three. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck if it's a little communist short or me eating a chicken wing on National Chicken Wing Day, which I was doing that shit yesterday. I don't care. However, I can affect somebody's life in a positive way. Goddamn me, I'm all in. You know? So the champ gotta bounce back. How you gonna bounce back though? How you gonna bounce back? Well, you have to you have to take baby steps, right? That's why I like sports so much, because even when I was playing, you're learning resiliency without even realizing like that you learning. You know what I'm saying? Like if you take a loss, your coaches usually come in, like good coaches will say, all right, well, shit, we got our ass kicked. We got to come back on Monday. Tomorrow, you know what I'm saying? Tomorrow, let's watch film. Monday, let's get out here, you know what I'm saying, and do what we can do to game plan, so we won't have to feel that feeling again, so we can go out here and win these next games. You know what I'm saying? Let's correct the mistakes that got us in this situation and go on, so on and so forth, right? So, but first, like you might need a roadmap to it. You know what I'm saying? You might need a roadmap to it. So, I got about 9 or 10 things that I've written down. You sitting here and brainstorming. You know what I'm saying? And the first thing was a positive mindset, right? So resilient individuals, they tend to have a positive outlook on life. They focus on their strengths and maintain hope, and they also approach challenges as opportunities for growth rather than insurmountable obstacles, right? To be able to put it like this, right? Like people that know me always commend me for my resiliency. I don't even notice it. It's just the way that I was raised, the way that me and my brother was raised, to keep a positive outlook. Okay, yeah, that happened. Like my brother came up with the whole concept of a 48-hour rule. All right, yeah, this shit happened no matter how bad it is. 48-hour rule. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you feel your feels. After that 48 hours is up, how we gonna fix it? How we gonna go forward? You know what I'm saying? And from time to time, he has to remind me of that. You know what I'm saying? Even recently when something happened and I was freaking the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? Bro, the 48-hour rule, you know what I'm saying? Some genius shit. Shouts my brother Sean, man. Number two, but let me ask him on the first one though. Just maintaining a positive mindset can help you out a lot. That negative shit, it's not going to do nothing but make you more frustrated. It's not going to do shit for you. You're just going to be mad as fuck, face all ugly, all stinking shit, and no problems are going to get solved. You know what I'm saying? Because you literally chose to give the fuck up. Hey man, I give up. I'm mad. Hear that? You know what I'm saying? And so he's gonna give up. You ain't gonna even try to make it better. Like even if it's something that's, you know what I'm saying, just try to make it better. Like try to work your way up out the goddamn dirt. Number two, emotional awareness. Now, being resilient involves recognizing and understanding one's emotions, including negative feelings like sadness, anger, and fear. Like this, you know, I just talked about that. And also, let's see. Oh, and also, emotional awareness allows It allows the individual to process and manage these emotions effectively. Like the one thing that I teach my kids all the time, as I learn myself, is how to handle emotions effectively, right? You can't freak out. You got to keep your composure. Our hope is not lost. It looked like that now because you got your ass beat, you know what I'm saying, by life. You know what I'm saying? Like, we gonna pretend that we are Earl Spence in life. Everything we've been through is Bud Crawford for now. You know what I'm saying? Just because this just kind of give you guys a visual in your mind of where I'm going with this, right? Life is hitting your ass left and right. You trying to dip and duck and dodge. You know what I'm saying? Life is tagging you. All right, cool. Well, how how you gonna bounce back from that? You know what I'm saying? How are you going to get into the film room, get into the study of, okay, the last time I did this, that didn't work. So let me try this other thing and see if that works, and just keep trying shit. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like that Cat Williams joke on that first one on the Pimp Chronicles. He was like trying shit and trying shit and trying shit and trying shit. Push it up. You know what I'm saying? Push it up. Whatever he was saying. That's how it is in real life, though. Like, that's how I look at it. Just trying shit and keep trying. Like, even with this content creation shit, like, this shit ain't easy to do. If you're a nigga like me who you don't really fuck with like surface level shit, like you're not gonna see me on a lot of panels arguing about senseless shit or doing all that fussing and fighting, because I am an action figure. I like getting into the action. How much talking are we going to do? If it's just talking, let me know, just so I can check out. You know what I'm saying? Because it's only so much talking that I want to do. I already stutter. So you want me to get into a back and forth with you, stutter, and then no, we're just gonna get this shit popping and go on about our day. You know what I'm saying? If that's how it is, how far do you really want to go with it? And that's just where what goes on in my mind as far as confrontations happen, is I'm willing to go as far as I want to. You know what I'm saying? That's not a good thing, but not a bad thing also. So it's something that I had to learn how to control in therapy. That's why therapy is so important, right? Because I have to learn how to manage all these emotions effectively and go out in the day and put a face on at work, put a face on in front of my kids so they don't, you know what I'm saying, they don't experience or they don't feel the wrath of, just because I'm mad, I'm being a bad guy. You know what I'm saying? That's not responsible. You can't go out here and do that, because your kids don't deserve to feel some pain that they didn't cause. You know what I'm saying? Number 3, social support, right? Building and maintaining a strong support system is crucial for resilience. Having friends, family, or community to lean on during tough times provides comfort, encouragement, and practical help. I'm pretty sure that Errol Spence has a team. Better yet, we're going to stay right here in boxing. We're going to go to the Ryan Garcia and Tank Davis fight, right? After Ryan Garcia, after he got knocked out or whatever, you know what I'm saying, people got real distant with him. You know what I'm saying? And he saw that and he made changes, you know what I'm saying? And he joined the Derrick James camp, you know what I'm saying, the stable. You know what I'm saying? But to see that was like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like, just because I took a loss, everybody's leaving me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's, you know what I'm saying? And if people do that, then they really wasn't there for you in the first place. And I've had that happen to me on several occasions. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes the people that you need the most don't show up for you like you showing up for them. And it hurts. So that's why the support, a good support group that won't encourage you to do no fuck shit, people that you can go to and talk to and find a solution, you know, so they can help you find a solution or help you relax. just help you get your shit back, you know what I'm saying, so you can get your mind recalibrated, you know what I'm saying. Number 4, problem solving skills. Resilient people are adept at problem solving. They can identify like potential solutions to potential problems that make any sense. Set realistic goals and take a very, what's the word I want to use? A very proactive step to address the smoke they got out here, that all that trauma, you know what I'm saying? All that smoke they got from that trauma, man, or all that shit, you know, that fresh trauma, like that shit just happened yesterday, like with Earl Spence, that's fresh trauma, and he's going to have to feel that and eat that, pause, and internalize it and flip that shit to, you know, transmute that energy into a positive, more positive outcome. I mean, at the end of the day, he still got paid $25 million. Like, if I get paid $25 million to go out there and give it my all in a fight, and I come away with my face swole up $25 million, you know, it's not a bad day. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all done had y'all ass whooped for free. You know what I'm saying? And you ain't never got your lick back. So talk, you know what I'm saying? Chill out. Anyway, adaptability, man. You got to learn how to be a chameleon out here in this world. You know what I'm saying? And resilience involves being flexible and adaptable in the face of change. It also means embracing uncertainty and adjusting to new circumstances that can help the individual bounce back from setbacks. You ever heard the mantra of this is a minor setback for a major comeback? Shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Whenever I got setback, I look at it as an opportunity to make a big comeback. You know what I'm saying? I mean, because I got to. I can't stay in that same spot because somebody chose to put me in a certain position, or because I made a decision that put me in a certain position, right or wrong, and now I'm here in this spot, and now I can just sit here and sulk and bitch and complain and bitch and moan all day. I can't do that. I have to adapt to my current situation. Everything has to adapt. You got to be a chameleon. You got to know when to cut it on, when to cut it off. You know what I'm saying? Know when to keep it on. Just be aware of your surroundings. Be aware of the energy of the people that you surround yourself with. You know what I'm saying? Therefore, they can assist you on getting back to where you need to be mentally. You know what I'm saying? 6 is self-compassion. You know, certain resilient people, they show self-compassion and avoid self-criticism during difficult times. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. You know, because if you already got your ass knocked the fuck out, you know what I'm saying? The worst thing is you can do is, oh man, damn, I ain't never gonna get my shit back. I'm just sorry ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? Nah, nigga. Fuck no. You know what I'm saying? You better get your shit back, get back in the gym, get back in your mind state, and keep training and keep working hard so you won't have to take no other L. You know what I'm saying? Anybody that's standing in front of you, they got to get the fuck out the way, either by choice or by force. You know what I'm saying? That's how I choose to attack my life. Although sometimes, you know, we can get into certain things where we kind of sit and soak a tad bit. You know what I'm saying? We kind of sit and suck a tad bit. We don't want to stay in that spot. You know what I'm saying? And get all soggy with the shit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like we really don't want to stay in that spot. We trying to get out here and just make shit bubble. we're trying to get out here and just, all right, yeah, I took that L, but I'm back now. You know what I'm saying? Who else wants some? I'm back. I'm with it. I'm with everything. You know what I'm saying? You gotta pop your shit. But at first, before you go through that, you gotta take care of yourself to be able to get to the point of like build your confidence back up. You can't really do that if you're your own worst critic. Like sometimes that's a pro and that's a con also, because I'm the same way. I'm my own worst critic. I was making some of the best plays I feel like I can make, but I always could do things better. Sometimes that worked out as far as my mental, but sometimes it did too much. So the coaches were like, Sneed, you thinking too much. You did a good job. Leave it at that. Move the fuck on. You know what I'm saying? And that kind of replays in my head a lot. Sometimes, like, man, if you did everything that you can do, if you gave it, like, fuck with everybody else, fuck the crowd, fuck all that. If you know that you gave 100%, and you can come back better the next time, goddamn do that then. You know what I'm saying? Don't be overly critical of yourself, because it'll end up hurting you in the long run. All right. 7 is having healthy coping mechanism. All right. Engaging in healthy coping strategies such as exercise, mindfulness, creative expression, seeking professional help when needed can also strengthen the resilience and promote mental well-being. Like I told you guys a few minutes ago about the art, about content creation, and how that shit saved my life, and how this shit is saving my life. Like, I created a podcast, the TRILLPILL podcast, and recently me and my brother Sean had a conversation. He was saying, you know what I'm saying, just how he's seen the growth. And it's crazy because a lot of my friends have said the same thing about how they seen the growth from when I first started the podcast, and it was on some angry nigga shit because I was fresh off a divorce, trying to figure the fuck out. How the fuck did I go from my house to an apartment? Now I'm back at square one. Now I gotta rebuild my shit. Now my credit took a hit. Now my whip gotta do this. I gotta do this shit. Now I gotta fight. Now I need on child support. Now, you know what I'm saying? It just felt like everything is was being taken from me. Everything that I work for has been taken to me. Like Earl Spence last night. Like, I work hard for certain straps. I work hard for my family. That was one strap. I worked hard for my marriage. That was another strap. You know what I'm saying? That's how I felt with the motherfucking belts. Like, that's how I carried myself. And then at the drop of a dime, I lost all my shit. I lost my belts. I lost, you know what I'm saying? Shit got tough. You know what I'm saying? And I had to adapt to that shit. And that shit hurt. And that shit always gonna hurt. And it still is forever gonna hurt. You know what I'm saying? And don't let people tell you that it's not gonna hurt, because it's supposed to hurt, because number one, you a fucking human being. You know what I'm saying? That's number one. Number two, is shit you gotta, like, you have emotions, and it's up to us as adults to not only learn how to deal with our emotions, but also teach our children how to deal with these emotions. So when they go through the same things that we did, because that's how life goes, they'll have an upper hand on it. Okay, mama taught me this, daddy taught me this. I know it hurt, but this what daddy said that he did. This what mama said, you know what I'm saying? And back and forth and back. You know what I'm saying? Learning how to have healthy coping mechanisms. I like to do art. I like to paint. I got art on the wall. I got art over there in a pile. I got ceramics, all type of shit. I have to really immerse myself in my own world so much to where I don't see a lot of what's going on, because a lot of shit that's going on is irrelevant. So I immerse myself in the things that I love to do to keep myself sharp. You know what I'm saying? That's how I cope. If my day was fucked up, come in the house. First of all, it's hiding a bitch. So I come in the house and get butt naked, stand in front of my fam like Superman. I hop in the shower, get back, grab them paints, start whipping the paint, slapping the paint on the canvas. You know what I'm saying? Or that I do. You know what I'm saying? To let me make sure my shit right. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Okay, we good. It's several things that I do to keep my shit right. You know what I'm saying? I can't go around here playing with these niggas, man. I can't go around here playing with people about whatever because I gotta get my mind right. I don't have time to be sitting up on panels, sitting up in circles, sitting up on conversations that don't amount to anything because you wasting your fucking life. You know what I'm saying? People get on the internet and literally waste their fucking life, man. You know what I'm saying? And I said this shit a long time ago, and sometimes I know for a fact because I put so much effort and thought into my content. It's starting. I'm finally the fruits of my labor are finally growing. I'm able to see, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh man, this what all that work for them 3-4 years was. You know, I'm gonna still go. You know what I'm saying? But now that those roots from that tree, now I'm seeing those fruits. You know what I'm saying? And now I get a chance to just go harder and plant more trees and obtain more land and plant more trees. You know what I'm saying? To try to get to more people in spots and actually try to make this shit tangible. Like this Trill Pill shit is going to be tangible very soon. And once it becomes very tangible, a lot of people won't hear from me, won't see anything. They just gonna see me grow. They ain't gonna hear me grow because you ain't never heard a tree grow, right? You know what I'm saying? Grass and trees that come from the same soil, but they just grow different. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like right now, shit, I'm at my tree phase, and I'm literally seeing it. You know what I'm saying? I'm literally seeing the hard work from getting in here, and you know what I'm saying? Like, regardless of how many views you get, don't let people from the outside affect you on how you create. Go and fucking create. Because if you creating just because you want to make somebody happy, then your shit ain't never gonna be. It's never gonna be right. You know what I'm saying? People who are really creatives and really love to create, don't create that shit regardless of what anybody else said, how anybody else feel. Fuck how you feel. This is what I'm putting out for the world to see, and it's gonna be on the world forever. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be able to bottle this shit up, stack this shit up, and pass it down, pass it around, because that's just how much work I put into it. This shit is gonna live beyond me. It's my job while I'm still here to make sure that this shit gets as far as it needs to go. And then I'm passing the baton to somebody else, you know, some of my children, and take that shit far wherever, however they want to go. You know what I'm saying? But it starts here. You know what I'm saying? And it kind of goes into the next one, number 8, as I close this shit out, is having a sense of purpose. You know what I'm saying? Having a sense of purpose, like, why are you here? Are you here to be doing all this extra shit that you know goddamn well you like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the amount of cognitive dissonance on the internet in life is astounding. You know what I'm talking about? Just knowing, and it's something that we all do. Y'all know goddamn well y'all shouldn't be smoking no fucking cigarettes, but you're gonna smoke them shits anyway. Why? Because you just like want to smoke them shits. You know they ain't good for you. The same way that I got some motherfucking some cookies. I mean, not cookies, but some candy. I got some candy right here, some motherfucking sour lemonade stand, Jolly Rancher gummies. I know goddamn well these shits is not healthy, but I got them. Cognitive dissonance. You know what I'm saying? How to minimize that and stop making excuses for all the fuck shit that we try to get the fuck off in this world. Just because the world allows this shit, don't mean that we gotta do this shit. Just because the world is showing you something, don't necessarily mean you gotta go out there and do that. Be your own person. You know what I'm saying? Just because somebody say, oh, you ain't cool because you fuck. fuck you, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool because I do what I want to do. I'm a nigga from South Dallas. We had to heat up water on the stove to take baths, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe my bro had this convo the other day, nigga. We from South Dallas, nigga. We had to get it how we live, nigga. We had to heat up water. We wasn't no central air, nigga. It wasn't no shower, nigga. We had to take baths, sit your ass down in the tub, take a bath, nigga. Heat up the water, go fuck with the water key. We had a water key when the water cut off. We cut that bitch back on. You understand me? That's where I come from. That's where the source of the resiliency comes from. It don't come from no goofy ass shit or no rappers. That shit come from my life experiences. I do this shit. Like, I really do this shit. You know what I'm saying? And you do too. You done been through some things in your life that you know, like, God damn, I done been through so much. And I can't let this one little thing get to me. Just because I had one little hiccup, it's because I got knocked down. I gotta let this shit, you know, affect me like that. Fuck no, I keep on going. The same like the champ do. You know what I'm saying? EJ gotta keep going, and he gonna keep going. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm pretty sure he gonna get some belts again. You know what I'm saying? And get right back in that spot. It's resiliency. Same thing with Bud Crawford. Throughout his career, he had to show resiliency. The story about him being shot in the head and driving himself to the hospital. You know what I'm saying? The countless story. You know what I'm saying? Like, these guys, these fighters, these people, you know what I'm saying? The mindsets, they have to come in there with a strong mind because you're doing something that's so brutal. You know what I'm saying? You're doing something like we all seen how Muhammad Ali, how he ended up. He was one of the most slick talking niggas alive, whooping niggas asses, left and right, rope a dope, step back, do my little, you know what I'm saying? It's soft stuff out there to being able to barely speak and being able to barely walk. And that's how I take that shit to life in sports too. In football, any contact sport, from boxing to football to hockey, you can lose your life doing this shit, or you can really be affected even after you stop. Don't matter what level. If you're in the game and you playing something that you do on that field, that ring, that rink, that court, that field can affect you for the rest of your life. Especially if you're playing a sport that's a gladiator sport, like a boxing or mixed martial arts or hockey or football. It's contact sport. I'm literally running my body into another human being repeatedly, over and over and over and over again at top speed. I'm literally trying to put this much force in the punching, you know what I'm saying, or to kicking, or you know what I'm saying, like, the shit just gets very it's tough, man. Fucking tough. Like, I think about all the times that I probably got some CTE rolling around and shit. Sometimes I get forgetful, and that worries me a whole lot. I'm 33 years old. I shouldn't be forgetting certain shit, but I do. You know? At 11 and 12, learning from adversity, you know, and boundaries and self-care. I'm gonna bundle these two so I can get the fuck up out of here. I almost had an hour mark. And learning from your past experiences, including the difficult ones. Learn how to use these experiences to grow. Like, my grandmother passed away, and God rest her soul. You know, that hurt me too. That hurt. A lot of this shit hurt. Life hurts. You know what I'm saying? You a man, divorce hurts. You know what I'm saying? Losing people, losing friends hurts. You feel me? Somebody telling you that your best is not enough, that hurts. You training your ass off, you train, and you go out there and still get dominated, that hurts. So you have to know how to use these experiences to grow and become a better person, and to cope with better challenges, and at the same time taking care of yourself. You know, you got to set your boundaries, and you have to prioritize self-care. Both of those are essential for maintaining mental well-being, and and you also have to recognize when to take a step back and recharge. You gotta recharge. You be giving away so much of your energy all day. People asking you for this, asking you for help, asking you for whatever. And sometimes, as a giver, because I'm I like to help people out. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you can give away all your energy at the same time, and then when it's time for you to have something, to have some energy, you're depleted. You don't have the energy for you to do what you need to do for your life and for your dream and for your passions and for your purpose. You know? And as I close this out, last but not least, man, the art of resilience is not about avoiding stress or pain, right? Because it's something that you just can't avoid. So the art of resilience is not about avoiding stress or pain, but rather about building the capacity to navigate these challenges in a way that promotes mental health and well-being. And it's a dynamic process that can be cultivated and refined throughout life, allowing individuals to adapt and thrive in the face of adversity. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying that shit one more time. I'm gonna cut the music out as we close. All right. The art of resilience is not about avoiding stress or pain, but rather about building the capacity to navigate these challenges in a way that promotes mental health and well-being. It is a dynamic process that can be cultivated and refined throughout life, allowing individuals to adapt and thrive even in the face of adversity. So all that being said, how you gonna bounce back? We all been knocked down, knocked out, knocked around. But how did you bounce back? How did you get the energy to say, fuck this shit? I'm coming back even harder. Pause. You know what I'm saying? How did you get the energy to say, you know what? Hell yeah, I took that L. I did. But watch this though. Minor setback for a major comeback. Believe in yourself. Take care of yourself. You know, you have to do these things, man, because in this day and age, as you can see, a lot of people are giving up. But I believe in you just like you believe in me. And we don't do that shit right here. So if you feel that way, like you have to give up, or you're going to give up, do this right here. 988, shit on the screen, is the mental health number. Text that number, call that number. You can put that some bitch in the sky like over the Batman light, and somebody's going to get to you and help you on your way on your journey, because you still got things to do. You still got things to accomplish. And for a lot, and I'm gonna tell you some of the trillest things somebody ever said to me. Sometimes the world needs you, don't even know. They don't know who you are yet. Sometimes the world needs you. People need you, and they don't even know that they need you. They don't even know who you are yet. They don't even have an inkling about what you are, who you are, how you do, what you do. But they need you. So don't give up. Don't give in, man. You know my slogans. Mind your mental to be monumental. Stay trill and heal. Most of all, stay mentally trill. I'm out.
More separated from humanity than you'll ever been, and maybe more connected to it than you'll ever be. But just embrace that. Don't take it for granted. This is what Trill feels like. So breathe and breathe deeply. Hold it. Exile.